So this video is going to save a lot of guys time, is going to save a lot of guys energy, is going to save a lot of guys a lot of money and disappointment, which seems to be a common trend for a lot of people because they keep running into these type of situations. They keep running into disappointment, they keep running into time loss, and they keep running into money loss. And if you look at a lot of these channels, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about a lot of chicks that have wasted their time, wasted their energy. A lot of these guys were thinking it was something, but it was something else. The guy was trying to go right. The girl took him to the left, right? She did the Beyonce on him to the left. And he was trying to go right and basically got his time and everything else wasted. So, guys, look, plain and simple, if she has a long list, of requirements, sort of like a job interview or a job application, which is what it's akin to, then she's simply not sexually attracted to you. She's not. It's very parallel to how a job works. When you're dealing with these type of women, it's going to feel like some sort of job interview. It's going to feel like a deposition performed by the FBI when they're interrogating a criminal, right? When they're trying to get some sort of info to find out if this is the guy or not, okay? And this is how it's gonna feel for these type of chicks. And I'm gonna let you guys know, I'm gonna let you guys in on some things to look out for and why you should just move along and look for someone and something else to do, okay? Look for something and someone else to do. You feel me? This is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but naturally, you are here with me because you guys are rocking with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Been kind of busy these past couple of months, but I'm still with y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. Guys, a lot of guys are just really, they're really going through the ringer, so to speak, when it comes to this whole dating thing. Really and truly, it should not be that way. Never should have been that way, and never will be this way. But a lot of guys, of course, are tricked, bamboozled, right? They are duped into thinking that a girl giving them a hard time, a girl playing hard to get, because we see in all of these movies and all of these little cute Disney cartoons and all that BS that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, those are programming methods. Because I know I always get some smart ass on here. Those are just cartoons. Meanwhile, if you look at what he was doing, this dude was trying to confess his love and trying to prove himself to a chick that wasn't sexually attracted to him, right? Why? Because every time you look in the comments, you got experts. You feel what I'm saying? You got experts with no picture, no channels, and no subscribers. And they're not getting monetized for commenting on my videos. But while I'm on that matter, for all the trolls, thank you for your viewership and thank you for helping me monetize my channel. But with all that being said, it's not meant to be that way. A man is not supposed to make himself look like a complete fool for a girl's attention, for her validation, because this is all it is. A lot of guys have this thing in their head that they need the girl to validate them. And in all reality, guys, you got it ass backwards. You got this so... A lot of guys got this so backwards. Guys, if only you knew what these chicks were doing to the guys that they were sexually attracted to, right? If only you knew the type of validation, the links that these chicks go through to get validation from certain type of guys, you would really stop doing what you're doing, right? You would really stop doing what you're doing, because a lot of guys, they are pretty much doing what the female is supposed to be doing, right? They're really doing what the female is supposed to be doing. All this validation, trying to get validation, all of this, trying to corral her and, trying to get her to see things his way and all that stuff. All that stuff, to be quite frank, and I'm going to go off on my little conspiracy soapbox here for a quick second, right? But I think a major reason why social media and media, TV, music, all that stuff, I think the reason why it kind of displays this type of propaganda of guys trying to do the most is simply for guys to spend money. Simple, plain. It's so simple, a lot of people will think it's insane. Just think about it. We live in a capitalistic, we live in a consumerist type of economy. Capitalism. This is America, right? And what does America love? It loves for people to spend their money. And what better way to get money than from guys? And look, there's nothing wrong with this, fellas. I'm gonna say this real quick before I even finish. There's nothing wrong with buying your lady that deserves it, right? That is loving, nurturing, make sure you're good, make sure you're fed, makes sure that you're healthy, make sure that the household and the kids are good. Nothing wrong with investing in her, right? Because she's investing in you. She's loving you, right? She's respecting you. So there's nothing wrong with taking her on trips, getting her something to eat. Nothing wrong with that. What I am talking about is how most guys think they need to do all of this in the very beginning, right? In the very beginning, when the chick hasn't even done shit. This is the message that a lot of this pop culture has passed on, and it's made it into a very gluttonous, a very gluttonous is the only word, very decadent, overindulgent type of way of men buying chicks they barely even know, or trying to prove themselves to chicks they don't even know. Let me tell you something, fellas. If a chick is telling you this, right? Because let's be honest. Females know the game, right? They know the game more than a lot of men. I've said this once and I've said this again. Most chicks that you meet, right? They lost their virginity before you did. I'm just going to put it like that. A lot of you guys, right? A lot of you guys, the chick you lost your virginity to, she probably had lost her virginity before you did, right? She probably lost her virginity before you did. They know the game way more than you do. They know the game way more than you do. And they know that guys are thirsty, right? They know guys are thirsty for some cat. They know guys will do anything for that kitty. You hear all of these songs talking about chicks, talking about how their coochie is designer and how it's made of gold and all of that. Yeah. Why do you think they have these notions? Where do you think these girls came with the notion of their kitty cat is golden? Right? It was a song. Y'all know that song with Drake and Gunna. That Power of the P. Talking about the kitty. The power of it. And even guys, even men in mainstream media perpetuate this stuff. Your favorite rappers talk about spending a bag on a kitty and all that good stuff. And girls know this. Girls know that guys will do almost anything for some kitty. And they capitalize on that. They take advantage. And why not? Because, hey, look, it's easy. It's easy money. It's easy money. It's easy to get some guy, as we lovingly call them simps, right? As we affectionately call them simps. It's super easy for a chick to get a simp that hasn't got play in ages, right? It's easy for a chick to manipulate this type of guy into giving her money and making himself prove himself and all of that good stuff. It's easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. But the guy that she's really sexually attracted to, right? Let's talk about him for a second. He don't got to do Fellas, let me tell you something, man. I was watching this documentary, right? And comment in the comment section if you guys have seen this documentary. It's called The Night Stalker. And it was about a serial deleter, right? A crazy dude that was a serial killer. His name was Richard Ramirez. And when this dude, you know, he was by textbook definition, he was a handsome dude, you know, tall. For my black pill incels, he had the jawline and all that good stuff. Whatever. He was getting love letters in the mail, and he was deleting innocent people. I'm talking 60-year-old innocent Asian lady. You know what I mean? Like just the most heinous acts. And he was getting love letters from chicks, right? And this is an extreme example, right? I gave you guys an extreme example because listen to me close. If you're one of these dudes who feels like they have to act like a scumbag to get girls, please leave this channel, right? If you feel like you got to act like a complete criminal degenerate just to get some snatch, you're worse than the simps that I'm talking about. So leave this channel, right? But I'm just giving you guys an example. I'm giving you guys an example, and I know you know of these chicks that have dated that were with straight up losers. And I made a video about this, and a lot of guys were like, oh, just because you don't have money, you're a loser. It's not about the money. I almost called them folks out their names. It's not about the money. It's about how the dude acts, right? It's about how the dude is. No job, no ambition, always on narcotics, right? Jumping from house to house, from chick to chick, going in and out of jail, right? Let's just be quite frank. Not in a judgmental way, but that's not very high value, if you want to put it like that. And these guys, and these chicks are going crazy over these type of guys. And guess what? These dudes are driving their cars. These dudes will drive their chick's car to go cheat with another girl, right? I've heard stories about that. I've heard stories about some bum, okay, like the one that I just described, using his girl's car, because he doesn't have one, and driving to another chick's to go cheat with another chick, right? So what does this tell you? This tells you, well, first of all, that's not a very good quality chick, right? Not a very good quality chick. I'm just throwing that out there. But second, what that kind of says is, even with higher quality chicks, they're not going to require you to fill out a job application just to be with them. Because let me tell you guys something. Here's something to look out for when you're with a chick that really is not sexually attracted to you, right? When you're on a date with her or when you out with her, you're going to get questions like, what are your plans in the next 5 years? How much do you make, right? Just very, very detailed or very intrusive questions about how much money you make and what your 5-year goals are. Like, who are you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you filling out a fucking a loan to start a business or something? What are your plans in 5 years? What is your annual income, right? How much do you spend on, what is your budget on food a month? You know, things like that. And there's not going to be, we're very energetic creatures. We're creatures of energy. There's not going to be an energy of romance. There's not going to be an energy of, hey, I'm on a date with this chick. There's going to be an energy of, she's kind of standoffish, kind of masculine, and there's absolutely nothing romantic about where this convo is going, right? You're going to get a very standoffish convo. A very, you know what I mean? A very unfriendly kind of, she's going to be kind of masculine, right? And when you try to make a move on her, or when you try to make things a little more intimate, she's gonna immediately block you. She's gonna immediately try to stop you. Like, like you have to fill out these requirements, right? You gotta do all of these requirements. Meanwhile, a month ago, she just got done breaking up with some guy that was borrowing her car. or that was living with her, right? But now when it comes to you, you got to have your own spot. You got to make 6 figures in a month and all this craziness. You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, fellas, just watch out. Okay? Peace.